Hey everybody, it's Jeff, Aromatics, back with another pipe tobacco review. Today I will be reviewing Dan Tobacco's Old Ironsides. Now this tobacco has been something I've been wanting to try for a while, just never really pulled the trigger on it, as well as back when I did want to get it, it was mostly unavailable, and then I kind of got out of the Englishes, and then it did come in and out of stock from time to time, but I just never pulled the trigger just because I was collecting other types of leaf. But finally I decided it's the colder weather, I came in stock, and I thought, you know what, it's been a while since I've treated myself to a new tobacco, and that's what I did. Now there must have been a time, probably a time period somewhere in the mid, like between 2012 and 2018, where English blends seemed to be kind of a bit of the rage. At least that's what it seemed like to me, and a lot of them were really hard to get. They were kind of unicorn blends. There was this one was kind of in that category. There's of course Penzance, maybe Balkan Sobrani, a few other ones. I don't know what the deal was, but it seemed like they were the real big kind of popular tobaccos. Whereas now it seems to be maybe Red Virginias. Is that what's, Red Virginias are small batch stuff now. Seems to be all the rage. So this tobacco is a Latakia bomb, supposed to be. And it is a flake. I'll show you a picture of it here. I could show you in here, but it's probably better. I can show you a nice, better clip. Better quality that way. Really nice looking flake, pretty thin. It rubs out into a nice little flake, or nice ready rub type of dealio. Now the smell I get in the tin. Nice little top there. I guess I could show you really quick. Can you see that? Look onto it. So the smell I get, I was expecting a big hit of Latakia, and although there is Latakia, there's some brightness to it as well, a little bit of sweetness. So yeah, there's mostly like a lot of Latakia. I've heard, it's hard to know exactly what's in here. I've heard different stories. Definitely Virginia, definitely Latakia, and then I've heard there's Orientals, some Perique and dark fired. The description on the back, or the description on the front says, a dark matured Latakia and Virginia flake. So anyway, it smells like a typical, Latakia forward type of blend. Got it loaded up in my Medico pipe. This is one of my first pipes I ever had, but it's a really great smoker. Good for English blends. I have another Medico straight pipe that I use for aromatics. All right, let's light up and see what we're getting. So yeah, I always, now a lot of people do, when they do their reviews, people that do reviews online, a lot of times they like to do it without looking at reviews, so they don't, or other opinions, so that they don't tarnish or get a bias. But I'm kind of the opposite. I'm pretty sure I'm the type of person that I can put my biases to the side, but I like to actually see what other people get, because maybe it can give me some better ideas of what I'm describing, if there's some similarities. Like, I want to give my viewer the best, it's not just necessarily what I'm getting, but I'm trying to give the best description so that if you decide that, you might want to purchase it, you've got a better idea. So if other people, help me with that process, I'm all for it. So the reviews that I did see tended to say that this was kind of a really dry, Latakia forward, got to brush your teeth after type of blend. But I'm not necessarily, like, if you're used to a Latakia blend like Penzance or Star of the East, what are some other Latakia heavy blends? Quiet Nights. I wouldn't say this is any heavier. I've definitely tasted heavier Latakia style blends. One of them would be Montford Point Marines. That one's, pretty hefty. Maybe even Billy Budd, although that's got a lot of burley in it. But this is definitely one of those lat heavy blends. Like, it is a lat bomb, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's as strong as, if you're used to that kind of thing, that it's any stronger than those. Comes at a good moisture. Okay, so I'm tasting that Latakia, that Campfire. I'm tasting the woodiness of the Virginias. So there's like a woodiness. The base is a fairly straightforward lat bomb type of tobacco if you're used to those ones that I mentioned. Now, although there's supposed to be dark fired and Orientals and Perique, if it's there, it's condamental. I can't taste any of those, like none of those stand out. Like I can taste the Perique in, say, Quiet Nights. The dark fired, maybe. There's a little sweetness, a smoky sweetness that, you know, if I didn't know it was there, I wouldn't necessarily say it was dark fired, because Latakia can be sweet and smoky too. But now that I know better, I could say the dark fired's there, but it's minute too. It's not like, say, Montford Point Marines either, where you can really taste it. Overall, I would say if what it reminds me of the most, if I could compare it to one tobacco, I would say it reminds me of Lancer Slices. It mostly tastes like a Virginia Flake and a Latakia. Like anything else is maybe to enhance those two tobaccos, but it's not super complex. But very enjoyable. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I got to try it. But if you can't get a hold of it, I would say get Lancer Slices. I think it's right along the exact same profile as this. Very, very similar. Have any of you out there tried this particular tobacco? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. I'll leave it at that, and I'll see you on my next video. Till then, Aromatics, signing out.